come on Inside Edition. It's a world record skydiving attempt, and all the jumpers in this parachute formation are women.
Now this is a daredevil stunt you have to see to believe. A group of fearless women determined to not only break a skydiving record, but frankly, blow it away. Tony Cox shows you their dangerous attempt to leap into the history books.
It's very peaceful. It's also very exciting. When I get done with a day of skydiving, I feel like there's nothing I can't do.
For Captain Angie Wallace, this is heaven.
I can't imagine anything more fun than canopy relative work, especially with my background in the Air Force. It's like flying formation. It's like being the Thunderbirds of skydiving.
Captain Wallace is one of 32 women who have come from around the globe out to set a new world record. They are the best of the best, invited to Paris Valley, California to try to break the old record in canopy relative work, a type of jumping in which formations are made after the parachutes are opened. The last world record was set in Madera, California, when 16 women linked up, put to parachute. Lillian Gooden organized this year's event.
The women's world record in 1990 was a stack, which was having women directly below each other. This time we have what we call an offset, and then we will form a diamond.
The change in formation, they hoped, would help them do what no other women's team had done.
The stack was heavy. It was pulling us straight down. The diamond has a lot more lift.
Head coach Mike Lewis was full of optimism as his team prepared to jump for the record.
I'm very confident they're going to make it. They've been on a steady progression from the beginning, and my only concern now is we're just going to run out of time and have to go home early.
Last Wednesday was their first chance to prove themselves. The team tried a 17-woman formation. The first attempt failed, and then, after holding the formation for twice the required 5 seconds, they succeeded, becoming the new international record holders. The following day, they broke that record with a formation of 20. But this team was still not through. Cinematographer Brad Hood explains.
We're going to continue to try for a new record with 2 different airplanes, 25 women, and 2 cameramen, and some oxygen.
That's a serious challenge in this dangerous sport. Luckily, no one was hurt on this jump.
I see all those canopies around me. I'm scared a little bit, and my heart bumps.
What scares me about this world record is there is a danger element to it. I think that's also what attracts some of us to it.
But scared or not, these champs couldn't be kept on the ground. Last Friday, they were once again airborne, and they succeeded, setting yet another world record with an incredible 25-woman formation.
We're here to recognize and congratulate these ladies that have not only made 1 world record, but 3 world records in the last couple days. This is the greatest women's team ever.
And who could argue with that? Last year, a new world record was set for men and women skydiving together. 53 people jumped in formation in Germany.
It's a great day to jump out of a plane. The U.S. National Skydiving Championships are underway in Paris Valley.
They're already out there. Look at them.
Goodness.
This is
That's
gorgeous.
right. Good morning, Carlos. Good morning, Barbara. We don't mess around. The parachutes are big.
The parachutes are huge. That's so the women can float softly together and not hurt each other in the air.
Now, they have to hold that position for how long?
They have to hold that for 5 seconds.
Now, they are up so high that we cannot even see them clearly here on the ground. How high up are they?
The women exited the airplane. They had oxygen in the airplane at 17,000 feet. They should be at about 8,000 to 10,000 feet right now.
And they really, on the ground, look like, I mean, from here, it's like they're little dots up there.
Well, those little dots are from 6 different countries: U.S., Canada, France, Germany, Argentina, and Finland.
And these women all come out here to Paris, California, to compete.
Yes, this is one of the premier skydiving centers in the world, and so this is where most of the national competitions are held.
Now, who's our guest with us here?
This is Melanie Knatzer, who owns Paris Valley Skydiving.
You must be very proud of what you're seeing going on out here. The competition's been all week.
It's been awesome. It's been for about 10 days now, and we're into the women's relative work and the gentlemen as well, and they're doing some awesome stuff. We've got great weather. It just couldn't be any better.
You had a little trouble earlier this week. You know, we had that incredible wind when we were out here earlier at the fair, and that sort of got in the way a little bit, didn't it?
We had one day that was a wind day, but aside from that, this has been perfect weather for the entire event.
Okay, we want to see more of what's going on up there. Oh, look at... Yeah, explain to what...
Oh, it looks like they're about to make a world record. They're very, very close. There's 3 canopies out right now. One of them is my husband who's filming, and the other one should be docking soon.
Now, what they have to do is line up and hold it.
Yes, they fly over to each other and link their legs and their hands through parachutes and lines and hold on.
Oh, my God. And then, when do they need to think about landing?
At 4,000 feet, they shout starburst, starburst, and that breaks up the formation, and then they fly around and hopefully come in for a nice soft landing.
Now, they have to obviously do maneuvers. That's what we saw a little earlier with some of the guys down here practicing their maneuvers on the ground. A choreography, in essence.
Yes, we call it dirt diving because you're practicing in the dirt what you're going to be doing in the air.
Dirt diving.
Dirt diving. And you're going to be making a tandem later, too. You'll have to dirt dive that.
Well, it'll be a real dirt dive because I'll be kissing the ground when I get down.
Don't worry about it, Gail. We've got the best instructors out here. You'll be safe.
Now, I'm really nervous about this. These women are not doing this tandem. Where do they get the courage to do this? First of all, to jump out of a perfectly good airplane.
It's a fabulous rush. And actually, although this is a male-dominated sport, women are gaining in numbers in the sport. We do women world records for relative work, which is when you're in free fall, as well as under canopy.
Now, I also want to mention, if you haven't mentioned that already, that earlier this yesterday they broke one record.
Yes, 16 was the record set in 1990, also filmed by my husband Brad, and now they did 17 yesterday, and it was quite a moment on the landing field when they all came in, hooping and hollering and doing high fives.
But now, you know, this is dangerous. Oh, listen to the applause. They got it? They think they got the record?
I think. I don't know. It looks like there's still another canopy out, but it looks really, really good. It's flying beautifully.
Well, down here on the ground, as far away as they are from us, it looks like a little diamond. It's beautiful.
Yes, it's a diamond shape, pyramid shape. Last time they did a stack, which is one parachute under another. Right. And this time, since they were going for higher numbers, they decided to do a diamond shape formation.
You know, I'm really ready to do this now. I'm getting goosebumps here.
Are you? We'd love to take you up. Come on, Gail, we got to get you suited up.
They're docking.
They're docking. The last canopy looks like it's docking now. They have to hold it for 5 seconds, and I think we have a world record.
Wait, we'll know in a minute. They're asking me if this is...
Yeah, oh, it just broke. I don't know if they held it long enough. Okay. I don't know if they held it long enough, but it looks like they did.
Probably get a pretty good shot.
They're hooping and hollering from down in the women's trailer.
How will we know for sure?
As soon as they land, you can tell by the looks on their face and the noise they'll be making.
Well, on the ground here at the airport here, there's lots of cheering from the men as well as the women. But I see what you mean. They make that formation, they hold it, and then when the time is up, they break.
Yep.
And, we see them breaking now. Oh, wait, we're getting. Oh, look, we see some applause.
Oh, they're applauding. It looks like they made a world record. That's what it looks like.
Hands?
Those would be Brad's hands applauding. This looks very, very good. Go, baby.
That would make us think they have made it on air here.
Oh, fabulous.
Thank you, Brad.
A new world record.
This new world record brought to you by KTLA Incorporated, copyright 1997. Please do not attempt this world
Of course, we have no right to
60
copyright it, but we are anyway.
Just fabulous. This is truly an international record.
Beautifully done.
Wow.
All
What a
right.
day,
Now,
huh?
if they
Look at
just
how
land
beautiful it is
safely,
out
everything
there.
will be wonderful.
You know, I have such an appreciation for how high up they are. Now, they're about to land, but they're still
No, they're probably
way away from
They're
us.
about 3,000 feet right now because you break a formation of this size at 4,000 feet. So, Gail, you'll be opening your parachute above where they are now.
So, Gail, were they...
Let me ask you one more question. How high up am I going to be?
You're going to be going to 12,500 feet in our Super Otter, which will get you to altitude
Now, who's
in 12
right here?
minutes.
Who's right here? Who's that?
That's not one of the women, so I don't know who that is.
Okay.
Just another skydiver.
Celebrating the women up there, huh?
There's the airplane that you're going to be on, Gail. That was the airplane that took the
look at
women
that.
to the record altitude.
Wow.
Oh, this
Beautiful
is
shots.
fabulous.
Fancy
Now,
parachute.
the women had oxygen in the plane because they
Now,
went-
this is going to be my plane, huh?
This is going to be your airplane. That's the door you're jumping out of, Gail.
I'm going out of that door?
Yes, you are. You're going to be hooked to one of our most experienced instructors.
Oh, okay. Boy, this is magnificent.
Did they, Gail, were
Yes.
they very close? Because they have to break at 4,000 feet. Were they just, they must have been just hitting that pretty close, weren't they?
4,000.
When
You asked me
made
how
them?
high they jumped?
No, they break formation at 4,000 feet.
Oh, they have to break. Yeah, where do they
How
have to break
close
formation?
were they
They
to
break
that?
formation at 4,000 feet so that everyone can get clear air and land safely.
How close were they to that 4,000? Because they're going,
Do you have any idea,
descending
Barbara
all
wants
the
to know if
time.
you have any idea how close they were to that 4,000? I can't judge from here.
They probably held it until 4,000. That would be my
they
guess,
were
because
right
there's no need to
close
break
to
it
it.
earlier.
Really? Would they push it to like 3.5, 3?
You know, I think that if it were a men's world record, the odds of pushing it below the safety limit would be higher. But women tend to be extremely
Below the safety
careful,
limit.
fly bigger and quieter canopies, and not to push the altitudes where you need to break off and open.
Just
Now these
beautiful.
parachutes, Gail?
Yes?
These parachutes are the new maneuverable kind. How is it that they steer these things?
How is it that they what?
They steer these parachutes.
Oh, because I had a little
Got a
lesson on that
steering
earlier.
wheel and they-
Carlos
no,
is
they're-
asking about the parachutes. These are the new maneuverable ones he's saying.
Yeah.
How do you steer these?
You have a toggle on either side of your canopy.
Yeah, I learned that in my training.
Attached to lines which are attached to your parachute. If you want to make a right turn, you pull down on the right toggle. If you want to make a left turn, you pull down on the left toggle. And to stop your parachute, we call it flaring at the end of a skydive when you're landing, you pull down on both toggles.
And I pulled down both parachutes. That's fine for me.
If you've got two parachutes at that point, you've got a real problem.
Oh,
And I
that looks
also
like
learned in my
fun.
training that I have to keep my feet
Look at
ahead
that.
of me.
Gosh.
Yes, you want to keep your feet out in front of you, because when you land, you'll take a few easy steps, and you'll be on your feet with no problem and a big smile on your face.
Will I have a pretty chute like this?
You're going to have a beautiful one. You're also going to be strapped to a handsome instructor.
Ooh.
Gail, thank you. We will be there in the next hour to watch you make your first jump.
Thank you, Barbara.
Bravo, Gail.
We're going to watch them
I
land
want to
here.
do that. It's so
Here's a
beautiful.
Boy,
French
this is
parachute.
beautiful.
Do we have some music for it, appropriate for the
Oh, we're
parachute
surrounded
coming in?
now. They look like little butterflies coming
Wow.
in.
And they're
Neon
going to
colors,
land.
pink and purple.
Do they have a
green,
target
quite
where they're going to
beautiful
land,
women.
Gail?
Yes, they have a target behind us here, coming in right behind us. You should be able to see that in a few short seconds because they are just that close now. And they look like they're coming in so fast.
Are they going to land?
Do we have to
Oh,
go
they are.
land, or can we
No,
watch
I
one?
guess we're going to stay
today.
until
We can
they
watch
land.
one land?
Landings are
Okay,
going to be a
good.
little rocky.
Here they come. Well, here comes one.
To see at least one person land.
There you go.
Beautiful, on his feet landing. Here come the women.
Not beautiful for okay.
One
we're
after
going to
another.
catch one of them.
Whoa, that was a Tricia
On the
slide.
booty.
These canopies are actually a little bit more difficult
A few
to
easy
land
steps. There we
because
go,
they
Gail.
are
A
made
few
to fly
easy
closely
steps.
together, so that
Barbara, would you try this?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
It looks really cool.
Yes, I
Barbara,
would.
we'd love to
Sure.
throw you out of an airplane.
Thank you.
Oh, they're landing on this little grassy spot here.
That's right.
Isn't that
That's
nice?
exactly right.
Oh, and it's a gorgeous morning with the
That's got to look, I mean, like, what?
know.
A
Is
postage
there a way to
stamp
possibly
from way
talk
up
to one
there.
of them? I know they're
All
still
right, we
tucked
want to
in their
watch the
shoes.
camera guy land.
All right, yeah, where's Brad?
We're going to watch Brad land.
Brad's landing. Grab Brad.
See, there's Brad. He's the last one coming down there. Is that Brad on the end?
His television signal may break up as he comes
Yeah,
closer
it
to
may break up
ground.
a little bit as he lands. He's
But we're
one-
going to try to
Yeah,
catch
Brad's
him.
landing
Yeah, I
last
like
and
that.
sees the camera. He tries to stay
that
behind
Brad right
everybody
there?
else.
Yeah, he's got the thing on his
No,
leg.
Brad's
There he
got
comes.
the
Here he
camera
comes,
on his
microwave
helmet.
out.
Right, that's,
Here he comes. Here he comes. This is what it looks like when
This
you're
is the
landing.
last
Here he
time.
is. There he is. Got the
Go.
microwave rod on his foot.
Easy, easy, easy. Yes.
And it's a nice
Boom.
size.
Look at that soft landing. Yeah.
With
wow.
equipment.
Nicely done.
All right,
Beautifully
nicely
done.
done.
There he is. Our thanks to Brad and the crew there for
Looks like we've got a world record,
tremendous shot
Carlos
this
and Barbara.
morning.
Each other on
Can
their
we get a
backs. We're not
closer look at
entirely
that
sure
thing on
yet,
his
but it
head?
looks
That's
good.
really
I'd love to see that contraption on his head.
We'll
Jumped
show
out
it
of-
to you. We'll try to show it to you next hour.
Okay.
All
Can
right.
you zoom
that
in
was
from
great.
here?
No,
Does he
we're
still have it
across the
on?
runway. They don't want us running across. This is an active runway here.
Oh, okay.
They're excited.
All right, we'll see you, Gail.
All
A
right.
new world
you.
record.
Someday we'll just see people dropping out of the air with this thing on their head.